Hi, I'm Karin of Wild Rose Temple. I am testing out a new format today, and that is an audio only type of reading. Well, basically a podcast episode. So let's see how this goes. So lately, like the last few weeks, I felt like the presence of Hathor and the seven Hathors coming forward. And first, I didn't feel like qualified to channel messages from them or tune in to their energies because I don't know enough about the Egyptian pantheon, like the Egyptian gods and goddesses, to do this. But, who am I to question if these energies want to come through? So, a few days ago, I did a video reading, a collective reading on the topic of the Hathors. And I received great feedback. It seemed like it resonated with a lot of you. So that's why I'm back. And I have pulled a few oracle cards for myself here just to set the theme for these channeled messages, just to see what comes through. So first, just a bit of a background. So Hathor is an Egyptian goddess. She's like the cosmic mother goddess. She's connected to the Milky Way. She is often presented as a cow goddess. She has cow's ears, cow's horns, and a solar disk as well. So she's connected to the sun. She also has an aspect of her that is connected to Sekhmet and the lion. But basically, she's like a fertility type of goddess. She rules over life and death. And then we have the seven Hathors that I see. So this is not a New Age invention. The seven Hathor exists like in the Egyptian um, history. So they are like seven sisters or seven mothers. They are connected to the Pleiades. They rule over like fate and destiny. And they're like cosmic midwives or doulas, you might say. So the energies that are coming through today are very much connected to these seven Hathors, the seven sisters. They're often portrayed as young ladies, but can also be portrayed like grandmothers or elders. And they are guides for, as I mentioned, destiny and fate, our path through life. And with that being said, like the first theme that came through for this reading is that on the topic of expansion, that we and our minds are expanding at a rate we haven't really seen before. And we might get like messages and downloads, like divine downloads that we're not really used to. And the advice I'm hearing is like to stay grounded, like don't float off too far up in space, so that you get caught up in like too much of like new age or conspiracy theories. Keep yourself grounded in the ancient earth as well, the ancient history, and your physical body, and your current life, because you're here for a reason. Your life here matters. Okay. Another message that came through is that of the divine feminine, and she's showing herself in many aspects at the moment. So there could be like ancient gods and goddesses, especially I want to say goddesses, that are coming through, like Hathor, and other aspects of the cosmic mother. Could be from whatever culture you're from, but I'm from Sweden, from Scandinavia, so I don't think it's too far off to be connected to the Egyptian god gods and goddesses, or the Greek, because they were part of like the Mediterranean, the European lineage. But if you have other like ascended masters or um, saints from your culture, they might be coming through at this time, because I've seen, because I do scroll YouTube a lot, and I see some, it's more like doomsday prophecies that the world is ending. That's not how I see it. This is more like the patriarchy as we know it, the last few thousand years, is crumbling, and like a new world order where the divine feminine is in power, is um, that's what's coming through. And this is a world order that will benefit everyone, because we will be more in tune with Mother Nature, our planet Gaia. So that's another theme. Um, the next theme we have here is sensitivity. And I pulled a card which has angel wings on it, and the flower of life patterned, and a red rose, which is also connected to the sisterhood of the rose, and the Mary Magdalene lineage, and the cosmic mother again. Our senses are being heightened, our intuition will be heightened. Like it's as if we're receiving upgrades and really tuning into the voice of our hearts and our souls, tuning into basically what we came here for, which is to love and be loved, is the message I'm hearing. And everything, nothing else really matters. Like you still have to exist in this physical world, but you will do it in a way that is more true to you and who you are today, and not who you were 10 years ago. And the next topic or theme I have here is joy. Joy is your birthright, is what I'm hearing. You came here to love and be loved. That message is repeating itself right now. The way I'm channeling is like I'm hearing messages, so I just share what I'm hearing. And sometimes the messages keep repeating themselves, as if we need to hear it several times for us to to get the point of it, the gist of it. Joy is another message here. And this is what I'm sensing as well with Hathor and the Hathors. She's a very joyful goddess. The Hathors are like cosmic sisters, or cosmic energies, cosmic beings, that they don't want us to suffer. They want us to go through life in a way which is joyful, and to be on our highest timeline. And when we are on our highest timeline, at first it will be difficult, because everything that is not serving us will crumble and fall away, or we have to deal with it. So that's why many people that are experiencing spiritual awakening of some sort, they often find themselves like losing their job, even losing their home, going through depression or disease, or lots of challenging things happening at once, because, or divorce or separation, because you woke up to who you want to be, truly want to be, when you're being authentic to yourself. And then you realize nothing here is in alignment, and sometimes the universe has to step in, because you're not making these changes yourself. Like you're praying for another future, but you're not making any changes yourself. And if you don't make these changes yourself, eventually the universe will step in and like rip off everything. And that might feel brutal, but it's for your highest good. And I'm not saying like you like physically losing people is that you caused it or anything. um not talking about physical death, but the ending of, for example, relationships or work relationships or employment. It all happens for a reason, right? And the next theme we have here is soul journey, and that what we're experiencing right now is the next step on your journey and the next chapter, which can be, you might not have all the answers right now. You might not see the path ahead, but trust that it will be revealed in due time. Like you only need to see, like maybe what I'm hearing is like maybe 1 kilometer ahead, and you walk that path. And once you walked 1 kilometer, you will there will be a road sign telling you where to go next. Or there might be a resting, like a pit stop somewhere where you can rest and have a meal. Um, they're showing me like steps along the way, and it how it will be revealed for you. Okay, so just that you don't have to have a plan, just need to have like a feeling of where you are heading, um, and like a sort of general overview of the direction. You want to go west, you want to go south, you want to go north, you want to go east. But you don't need to know every single step along the way, because there will be positive surprises along the way if you just um, start walking. That makes sense. And the next theme we have here is soul family and connecting with, I'm also hearing like spiritual family, and that's where the Hathors, these seven sisters, are coming through, um, because you also have like a cosmic family. I'm hearing the word pantheon again. Like pantheon, I guess, is like a library of different gods and goddesses. But you also have your own library of saints, ascended masters, spirit guides, ancestors watching over you and mentoring you. But you kind of have to tap in to their knowledge. So I'm seeing a library here, but in order to get access to that uh, knowledge in these books, you kind of have to get a library card, but the library card is free. So you just have to visit the library, get your library card, and then you can access all of this. And I think this could be a metaphor for you just uh, being still and tuning in to um, some sort of meditation. Doesn't need to be that you have to be alone on a mountain for 10 days. It could just be that 5 minutes of your day, you do not do anything. You do not scroll your phone. You just remain still, or you put on some relaxing music, and just tune in to, again, the voice of your heart. So that was a bit of a detour when it comes to soul family, but I think you tuning into what is true to you and allowing yourself to show up as the true you, who you are right now, this year, at this age, and not who you were 10 years ago. That message keep repeating itself, but so I guess that's important. Who you thought you were, or who you were 10 years ago, that might have been the true authentic version of you back then, but today you are someone else because all your experiences have shifted you. Um, and that's why new people are waiting to come into your life, both like your spirit people, like your cosmic soul family, but also people here on the planet, friends, family, like extended family or chosen family, and also romantic partners are waiting to come into your life. But in order to be a true match, so for example, a romantic partner, um, you might have a clear idea of who you're looking for as a romantic partner, um, but they might not be able to find you because you're not showing up as your true self. You're hiding like the geeky part of you, for example, or the spiritual part of you, and you're showing up as maybe a corporate version of you, whereas the romantic partner that you're meant to meet wants someone who is more spiritual. Hope that makes sense. So stop hiding, show up as you, okay? And then the next theme I have here is soul song. And then this links back to the what I mentioned before with this your heart's voice, your soul's voice, and your heart's song, your unique vibration. Also linking back to showing up as your authentic self, but you might not hear it, your soul's song, if you're too busy doing other things, if you preoccupy yourself with work or just helping people. And I don't mean it's wrong to help people, but sometimes we care more about other people's lives, people that are fully capable of taking care of themselves, instead of tending to our own lives. Like, tend to your own garden first. And I'm not saying you're not supposed to help people like the elderly or someone in your neighborhood that needs a helping hand, of course, but you need to fill up your own cup first so that you have energy to give. So for example, I'm being shown like a metaphor, like you need to feed yourself first, and then you cook more extra meals to feed your neighborhood. But if you starve, you won't have energy to feed your neighborhood as well. So I think that's pretty powerful metaphor. So linking back to soul song, show up as your authentic self, and create space to tune into your unique frequency, because it's like it's waiting for you to hear it. Hope that makes sense. And how is this all connected then to Hathor and the Hathors? I think this is more of cosmic energies, cosmic wisdom coming through to us at this time. And I want to mention as well, like, this reading is timeless. Whenever you are listening to this, tuning in, it's the right time for you to receive these messages, whether it's close to the date I'm posting this or later. Because everything goes in waves. Maybe you weren't able to receive everything like at the time of me recording this, and maybe you're meant to listen to this in 2 years from now. Okay. And the Hathors might be coming through stronger like later on. We're all on different phases of our journey, but also the seven sisters are connected to the Pleiades, the star constellation, and that's something several cultures across the globe have like mythology around. So this might be energies from there wanting to come through. And I want to mention that me personally, I do not believe in star seeds or aliens and things like that. I'm seeing this more as cosmic energies that are coming through to heal our souls, and for us to pick up this wisdom. And it shows up in as mythology, and as sometimes we might need to see them as in human forms. So, for example, the Greek, I said Greek, I meant Egyptian, but the Greeks as well. Like these types of gods, like pagan gods, they are human-like because that's how we need to see them to understand their message, if that makes sense. And Hathor and her seven sisters, they're part of the divine feminine aspect and the cosmic mother who is coming through strongly now, as is like the sisterhood of the rose and all the ascended masters connected to that, such as Mary Magdalene, Mother Mary, Kuan Yin, and several others as well. Okay. So I think I'm going to leave it at that. I hope these messages resonated. Feel free to leave a comment below if it did. I always love hearing from you. And I want to say thank you for tuning in. I appreciate you and I believe in you. And I'll talk to you soon. Until next time. Bye bye.